content, we're marketing the content, and we're repeating the content. Shout out to the Vanessas of the world. She clicked the live stream now. Episode 142. Yeah, why you need to shift your focus on acquiring income-producing assets. Yeah. Human capital. You know, guys, do you guys know what human capital means? See, most people, they don't know what human capital means. If they would have known the definition of the word human capital, their whole life would have literally changed, shifted. It would have went from rags to riches. Do you know all humans, we all humans are part, obviously, of the economy, right?
Yeah.
We all play a role, if it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So when you work in a business, because a business is part of the economy, right? The people are the one running the business, right? And that's the people are the capital. But people, they don't know their capital. People that don't know their assets. Remember, people have skill sets. They have abilities. They have ways on God-given ways on how to solve problems, believe it or not. Even people that are workers, they just need to be told what to do. They were just trained to be told what to do, right? Because they're not thinkers.
Yeah,
They have a worker mentality,
yeah.
right? But to continue, look into human capital. It'll change your whole life. Why? Because human capital is unification. What's better, Emily? For people to tell you what to do or for you to tell others what to do?
Tell others what to do.
You see? That's human capital, unification. I'm serious. So, why you need to shift your focus on acquiring income-producing assets? I'm going to go basically to segment 3. Whoever didn't watch the intro of the video, go watch the video and then tune into this one. You got me? But real estate as a key asset with Emily. Why real estate is a powerful income-producing asset, Emily?
Real estate is a powerful income producing asset. Depends of how you see it. Because if you are a worker and you are the one paying the mortgage, it will be a liability because you are the one paying it. But if you have tenants that are paying you the mortgage, you are creating equity.
You're creating equity.
Yeah.
Okay, what else can you say about real estate? Do you have anything basically that you have learned from me from when it comes to real estate
Yeah.
that you want to tell the world?
Okay, what I can say is that
Any
what
steps?
I learned with you were 5 steps to get a home without credit and income, proof of income. You need to first have a LLC company.
A company.
Then open a bank account, deposit 5,000 in the bank, and then
Find a positive cash flowing property.
yeah, invest.
Use a realtor or broker.
Yeah, and
And then a 5,
the loan.
apply for a debt service coverage ratio loan. This loan doesn't have any income or credit requirements. It goes off the cash flow of the property,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that way you don't need to use your personal.
But guess where
credit.
people fail? In the first step. They will never understand the first step because they think it's that easy. If it was that easy, why everybody not doing it? Huh?
Yeah.
You know what's failing forward? You know how I consider the first step? Like basketball. You know why I like basketball? Because a lot of people, they don't understand. Sometimes to become a great shooter, you got to keep constantly shoot. And you don't become a good shooter overnight. You become a good shooter every day, showing up, failing forward. So it's the same thing in business, life. You get me? You will never become a good businessman, a good investor, thinking that you just did it once. Or you got me? You got to fail forward. That's why an asset a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. So Emily pretty much gave you guys a little formula there. You got me?
Yeah.
Everything we do it either 3 steps or 5 steps. That's why you guys need a coach, mentor. You need to develop your character. You need cash flow. You need credit, which is the foundation of money. And you need collateral. But a lot of people, they don't know that the biggest collateral they have, guess what it is, Emily? It's not even real estate. It's not even their savings account. It's themselves. Remember, your biggest asset is what? Yourself.
Myself.
Your mindset. How you think, how you operate.
That's why.
Right? Because you can lose everything today, but tomorrow you can make it 10 times, 100 times more.
Yeah, if I've had the knowledge.
If you have the knowledge. That's why people perish because of lack of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So how to start investing in real estate, even with a limited resource. Pretty much, Emily gave you guys 5 steps how to start investing in real estate, even with a limited resource, right? Yeah. But you need a coach. You need a mentor to guide you. That's where you guys fucking fail. You guys want to do things solo, by yourself, right?
Yeah, if you want to go far, go fast, go alone.
You want me to give them more game?
Go ahead.
You need an acquisition company. You need a holdings company. You need a management company. That's just for the real estate. The acquisition is obviously for what? To get the funding. Now, the holdings companies to hold the asset.
Yeah.
And now, the management companies to manage the asset, the cash flow.
Yeah.
I'm giving free game. Why do I give free game? Because people don't value free game. No. That's why he who pays attention. That's why what people got to do? Pay. Yeah. Same way, I'm an excellent giver because the secret to living is giving. Mm-hmm. I'm an excellent receiver. Thank you, universe. Thank you, world. I'm not the cheapest. I would never beat the cheapest. Emily, when I had my stores, mm-hmm. I had the highest prices. You could buy this same item in another store mm-hmm. for X much. Mm-hmm. In my store, you'll buy it literally like 30% more. And guess what? Mm-hmm. I used to sell more than the cheapest. I was always the highest. Why is that?
They are not buying the product, they are buying you.
Oh. So we the business.
Yeah.
So people will go to Carlos because of Carlos. That's a flex, Emily. And you know what I used to tell people? Mm. Or tell people in the store, in the management? Mm-hmm. Don't sell to that person. That's a flex. Because not all money is what?
Good money.
Good money. Now you understand why you got to develop character? Because when you develop your character, you're able to reject. And one of the best fulfilling things a man could do or a human could do mm-hmm. is the ability to money cannot move you, but you can move money. I make money. Money doesn't make me. That's deep. But real estate as a key asset. Emily, what are some practical steps? What are some practical first steps for those new to real estate investing?
To get a mentor, coach, so they can learn more. If they knew.
But you gave them the steps.
Yeah.
Can you tell them the steps again? They gotta have a company.
Yeah.
Second thing, what else?
Open the bank account for that business.
For that, right?
Yeah. Deposit 5.
But they don't even know which one out of the 3 company is it. You see?
Yeah.
I'm talking in slants. You get me? What else?
Deposit and then get the investment.
Jandy knows. Shout out to the Jandys of the world.
Get the investment company for the deal and then the loan.
You want me to tell you why people are failing? I'm going to break down things even shorter. First, you got to have a company. Second, you got to borrow to invest. Mm-hmm. Third, the impossible, you got to find an asset. You know why where they fail? In the impossible. And that's what we make possible. But I've noticed that if I go look for the asset for people, mm-hmm. God is not going to reward me. He's going to slap me. People got to find the asset themselves. Because if I go find an asset for you, mm-hmm. we might have different taste. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you get it or don't get it? But also the asset is the reward for you becoming the person. What else can you do overall, when it comes to this episode? Why you need to shift your focus on acquiring income-producing assets?
Well, what they need to focus first and shift in the mindset. That's what I can say, because the best asset is themselves. So they first need to get the knowledge and invest in themselves, because it doesn't matter if you acquire a physical asset, because maybe you will eventually lose that. But if you have the mindset of how to get it, you can keep getting more.
Whoa! Oh my God! Mentira! That's why you're needed in this podcast. We're all needed. Everybody's perspective. That's how I know as a teacher, straight out, that my mentee students are freaking getting the game. Now you understand why money comes last in the list?
Yeah.
The man or woman you become is more important. Because now, if I help people become the person, We could lose it every day, but guess what? We could get it every day. Success, the rent is due every single day. Because success, the rent is
pay every day.
every second.
Yeah, every second.
Right?
Every day.
Real estate is the safest and quickest way to financial freedom. I don't like anything safe. You could literally buy $1 million property, putting 20% down, 200,000, that you borrow that 200,000. Double borrowing. But people that don't know that. How you doing, brother Jandy?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Positivo, productivo, intencional, and blessed. You got to count your blessings, not your problems.
See, I actually wrote that episode. You get me? Count your blessings. So I would love everybody to start doing to do an episode individually for each podcast. Name it Count Your Blessings.
Solo?
Solo episode. All individually. You get me? Count your blessings. You know why? That way you could send that video to your target audience. So when people, are here counting their problems, just count your blessings. You break down, you get me, your own mindset, how the mind, when you shift your minds from, the mind is a magnet. You think in negative terms, you attract negative. You think in problems, you attract problems. In solutions, you attract solutions.
Right.
Well, Carlos, you're here telling me to stop chasing money, to chase problems and find solutions to those problems. Different type of problems I'm talking about. But some people, they're creating problems, drama problems.
In your head.
Right? Drama, like bringing nonsense and bullshit. Making, a problem out of every little shit.
That's why you need to have that spiritual connection with God and also get to know thyself, because that's a lifelong mission. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. The more you learn, the more you earn. Our mind is our most powerful tool. Just that amazing saying that Emily had at 30 seconds that she just dropped. It all lines about what you know, who you are as an individual. You need to develop your mindset. And físicamente, health is the ultimate wealth. When people see you, they want to see discipline, your body, your physique, and how you carry yourself. Emocionalmente, estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento, because if your EQ is more important than IQ. Y financieramente, que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. How you going to get an asset if your mind's all over the place? You want to get your finances right, but you need to get those 4 pillars to cross that bridge and reach the destination, whatever that destination for you is.
Overcoming the consumer mentality with Jay Andy from Day One Podcast. Jay Andy, what steps can someone take to shift from a consumer mentality to an investor mindset? Why society conditions us to spend money rather than investing?
Simple. Just that amazing episode we did today of the power of your circle. We also mentioned elevation requires separation, but just that episode that we did, because the biggest asset is yourself. It's not your fault if you were born poor, but it's your fault if you die poor.
But what steps can someone take to shift from a consumer mentality to an investor mindset? Because you had a consumer mentality, right?
Correct.
Tell the world, tell the Zave of the world that they want to buy rather Jordan instead of investing into themselves.
Isaiah the prophet. That simple, like the video you sent today of Myron Golden. Most poor people, everything lines in the mind. How I told them everything's a mindset. So what side of the border you want to be on? You want to be on the consumer or you want to be on the producer? You want to be on the waster or you want to be on the investing? Everything comes down to pick your poison. But you're a consumer creator, and God created us in His image to create. That's why He created Adam, and then from Adam, the umbrella kept going down.
When poor people get paid, what they do with their money? They buy liabilities. When rich people get paid, you know what they do? They buy an asset, or they save to buy an asset. You get me? But when wealthy people, God gives them an idea. You know what we do? We check our faith account. God doesn't tell us to check our bank account. Check your faith account. You got me? The minute you had that idea, right? You turn that idea into what? An idea is just a dream without execution.
Right.
We can close the distance between an idea and money. Chase the vision and the money's going to follow. Right? In another word, the vision is the asset.
Could be opportunity for others.
The vision is the asset. EP, the vision is the asset. Can somebody text it on the group chat? That way somebody could do it. So, breaking free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle, right? Because we're talking about overcoming the consumer mentality. Why is it critical to focus on the long-term financial planning over instant gratification? Because, we got the shout out to the Mars of the world, the Mannies of the world. that they're shifting their mindset, but they still have a foot, you know, in the I don't want to call it the consumer. Let's call it into the paycheck to paycheck, or, you know, that instant gratification mindset.
The left side of the quadrant.
Yeah, the left side of the quadrant, and also the right side. They're like, they're like walking like this. You got me? That's why I tell people, sometimes you got to be all in. That's the best way to grow. Because when you throw yourself, you end up learning how to swim faster than when you're here fucking thinking about swimming. That's why I feel like I've been always so blessed to learn everything so quick. Because I just throw myself. I learn as I go. You got me? The best lesson is learning from other people's mistakes. If it makes sense. Correct. A wise man learns from other people's mistakes. As a leader, when God gives me a vision, God doesn't tell me that if I have the skill sets, if I have the knowledge, I can leverage other people's knowledge. I can leverage other people's skill sets. I can leverage other people's resources. I can leverage other people's money. Everything. If it makes sense.
Right.
You want me to repeat the question again?
Yes, please.
I said, why is it critical to focus on long-term financial planning over instant gratification?
I mean, a message that I'll tell my younger self, like before I started the journey, is just start. The sooner you start, the sooner you're going to get the solution to the question that you're searching for.
Turn that one day into day one.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And most people, yeah, you can learn off other people's mistakes, but don't think that you're going to go out perfect. You're going to mess up as well. But you do have to learn off others' mistakes, but also embrace the failures that you take yourselves. Like, okay, if you fall, get back up and keep going. But just simple, the sooner you start, the sooner you finish. And if you have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, it's not going to be the same as if you're 2 feet in. That's why that's super key right there. You say you just throw yourself. That's the best way to learn. Because if you're just thinking about doing it, you're not going to learn as until you just do it. You think about taking a shot, it's not going to be the same. How are you going to adjust it if you don't flick it, you don't let it go out your hands?
I'll take that shot.
And then reflect, work.
Fuck it.
Pain plus reflection equals progress.
Now you understand why I fell forward so quick?
You have to.
That's why now you understand why I tell all you guys just shoot. Because I want to see a man shoot 10 shots, pass. I don't care if you miss the 10 shots.
Catch a rhythm.
So you could get the rhythm. Because I understand that applies
life.
That's why I move the way I move and everything. Because I want to just fail forward. Life, business, everything. I want those no's.
You want to get those numbers in.
I want to get rid of the no's. So, and next no, come on. They already told me no 100 times.
Perfecting your craft.
Now, what I lacked in skills, I'm going to make it up in numbers.
Exactly.
Right? Jeff Bezos, one of the habits of the billionaires is life is too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. In another word, Jeff Bezos, to be around him, he wants you to be resourceful. He wants you to be the type of person that, start with what you have and make the best of what you have. If it makes sense, right? Because there's people out there, you got me, hey, fulano, do interviews. Do this, do that. You got me? They're too much. You got me? I don't do that. My mission, my job is different. If it makes sense.
I ain't questioning
but if I have to teach a person, I'll show them like it's too easy for me. Right? Let me create opportunities. Right? You built the network. Right? And let me create the passive commission income streams for all you guys. Let me handle the difficult things. All you guys do, handle the middle thing of the sandwich. The best thing, the meat. If it makes sense. Let me be the bread. You got me? I'll take care of everything else. Let me be the entrepreneur, because straight up, being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. Now, I want you guys to be the entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, there's entrepreneur. You could be both, but entrepreneur is when you're basically working with an entrepreneur.
What's the difference?
You're leveraging an entrepreneur. You let them do the difficult shit. You got me? That's why you got to focus. If my strength is closing deals, I'm closing deals, succeeding in business, all about making connections. Let me connect the deal from transforming the people. For example, if in this organization, we are in the transformation business. We got the Sams of the world. Let me connect with the Sams of the world so they could be the one, getting the homes for everybody. Let me connect with a car broker, right? So they could be the ones getting the cars. Because I cannot do it all. right? My strength is creating the business opportunity. But the funny thing is, as a leader, I know how to play different hats. I could play every position. I could play the point, small forward, shooting guard, center, in business. I could put all the hats, but I cannot wear all the hats. So I approach it from a drawing point of view, if it makes sense, right?
You got to find a person to wear that hat.
Yes. So now we organize the team. We bring everybody's strengths. You get me? And we bring people's weakness. But we have people that their strength is their weaknesses. So now that's how we're able to work as one. A mastermind, if it makes sense. Why you need to shift your focus on acquiring income-producing assets. What else can you tell the world when it comes to this episode?
I mean, like I said, pick your side of the poison. It's either you want liabilities or assets. Like, you got to, the most powerful tool, also the power of the circle. Y'all should go check that out because most people, everything. So as soon as a person think they know everything, it's like, it's not even a turn off, but it's like, I'm ready to walk away and I'm not going to turn my back on you. I'm going to walk backwards.
So if you tell a brother or sister, stop buying things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't like, to the Zay of the world, you got me? What can you tell?
I mean, I'm not going to say what I told him, but something that worked for me. And I told him, like, it's just the mindset. Sunday, I seen you talking to him, and then we be chopping it up too. He's a jokester. He's an excellent guy. So I was just telling, like, mindset. Everything lands in the mind. The only difference between everybody is mindset.
He's a high achiever in basketball.
Nah, he's nice. He's a bucket. He's a bucket. So I was just saying, like, mindset. You got to work on the mindset because as soon as I worked on my mindset, I was never like this before. Who would have thought, Gianni, 22 years old, I'll be speaking how I speak, moving how I move. But I made a decision.
Tell me who you with, and I'm going to tell you who you are and where you're at.
Correct. That's why I appreciate you, and I just thank God every single day.
I'm not trying to get credit. I'm just basically paying it forward.
Saying. Yeah, correct.
You got me?
That's what I do.
Help the Gilberts. You know how? Shut up and listen. If he don't shut up and listen, you lead by example.
Of course.
You leave him, we stay away from what?
Still people. Of course.
Right? It don't matter if they're our brothers.
Nah, that's why I just plant seeds, and I plant like the parable of the fertile seeds. Throw seeds everywhere, and the ones that gonna grow, but you gotta water it as well.
Then those type of people will feel entitled. Oh, but I'm your brother. You don't help me. The fuck I gotta help you? I'm helping you by leading by example.
Nah, Gilbert.
You wanna know what's help? No help.
Letting them drown. And with that being said, thank you. Actually, go check out the power of your circle, Day.1, that podcast, and also the power of mirroring, which was an excellent episode. Just work on yourself, man. The best investment you can make is on yourself. Go check that episode out as well.
It's with Manny, and then I wrap it up with Vanessa. Consistency. Consistency building wealth. Es mentira with Manny. Que we have to be consistent building wealth. Mr. Detroit. Detroit! From Detroit, Michigan, Manny from Consistency. Es mentira. ¿Qué es lo que tú dices, Manny?
Fenomenalmente, excelentemente bien. Espiritualmente, have that connection with God. Check your faith whenever you want to start an asset. Mentalmente, read books, develop your mind so you can not only obtain an asset, so you can keep the asset. We got basicamente is you gotta become the best of yourself by looking good, feeling good, and doing good. And espiritualmente, emotionally, don't let your feelings block your blessings. Don't let your feelings not get you an asset. Yeah, financieramente, once you get that asset, pay it forward, help others get assets as well.
Manny.
El que no vive para servir, no sirve para vivir.
Positivo, productivo, and intentional.
Yeah.
Manny, how has consistency played a role in your financial journey? So how consistency, in saving, investing, and financial education leads to wealth? How consistency in saving, investing, financial education leads to wealth?
Well, as what I can say is that if you want to start making income, don't waste all your income on things, on liabilities. You know what I mean? Put at least 10% of your income away. Let it compound over time, and you're gonna have enough to start an asset, to make an asset. But besides, that's one way. But another way is by obtaining knowledge, so you can then help get a mentor, so he can tell you how to.
Good thing that he said get a mentor, because I'm gonna go against what Manny said when it comes to, obviously, world, it's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make. So if I was them, I'll take my whole pay and I'll invest it straight up. That's my mindset. I got a fucked up mindset, straight up from day -0. Because I'm here looking at money. How can I turn that 100 into 200? Then that right away, I'll get that 200, flip it right back to 400. 400, flip it right back to 800. 800, 1600. 1600, 3200. 3200, 6400. 6400.
Consistency. Right?
You see?
Consistently.
Right? So it's a mind game that you're playing. So every level, the item, the product, the service that you're going to render might change. So every level is going to consist of you thinking a different way. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
But most people saving 10%, bro, fuck savings. Not in this organization.
I agree.
Right? Work to save to invest. No. Borrow to invest.
Use other
Why
people's
people
money.
complicating life?
OPM.
They can work to save to invest. That's too much. It's too much work.
Borrow, right?
Rich, wealthy people, you know what they do?
Borrow.
Borrow to invest. I'm saying this shit on video, bro.
Using other people's money.
Bro, I'm saying this shit on video. If this shit is illegal, okay, so the whole world's gonna go down. The Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos. Just check how Jeff Bezos started. Mark Zuckerberg. They didn't fucking use their money.
They had an idea, right?
They had an idea. Everything started with an idea. Right?
Of course.
So moving forward, Manny, consistency, building wealth. The role of discipline in acquiring assets over time. See, I feel like that's the biggest problem right now in this organization. The role of discipline in acquiring assets over time. You got me? Okay. Most people I've noticed, they want things, I don't want to say handed to them, but they also want you to fucking find the assets and just fucking put it right there and just, like, here's the fucking asset. Like, nah, that shit doesn't work like that. You gotta every day, if it's that dream home, the first home,
Putting the work.
are you blocking that 15, 30 minutes? Is it in your calendar? The secret's in your calendar. Something is so important to you, a physical pillar is important for you. You're supposed to dedicate minimum a day, which is an hour. So if your first home is important, I'm here telling you the bare minimum is 15 minutes. If now, that's if you're interested. If you're committed, 30 minutes. If you're obsessed, 1 hour plus. Obsession is over 1 hour. Over 60 minutes, you dedicate to that first home. Dream car. Life is so easy. Ask, seek, knock. Always seek knowledge. Ask, knock. Knock for you guys? Ask, seek.
Not.
You went to Detroit. How did it go? Tell the world your experience.
It was good. I went there to support my brother for his wedding. He got married. My parents wanted me to go. I went. I also networked with a couple of my friends in the neighborhood, and I made the best out of it. I worked on my physical pillar every morning. I obtained not an asset. I obtained an object that can lead to becoming an asset.
Why you need to shift your focus on acquiring income-producing assets? The first thing I used to do every time I travel to a different state or anywhere is look at real estate. I want to know the real estate market everywhere I go. You got me? What are properties being sold in that market? You got me? What are tenants paying in that market? Make sense? What are the real estate cash flowing in that market? Obviously, price is what we pay, value is what we get, right?
Yeah.
So making a long story short, what else can you tell the world when it comes to today's episode, Manny?
Sure.
Consistency in building wealth.
What?
So, wealth is not built overnight. It's built through daily actions.
Put in the work consistently. Yeah, and then you'll eventually get the results you're looking for, whether it's getting an asset or having assets that are gonna give you freedom, that are gonna give you financial freedom, right? And that's the way keeps the away, and that's the way can also give you more generational wealth. If NASA can do multiple things for you. NASA just.
Are you an asset?
Am I an asset? Not yet. I'm becoming.
Never say not yet, because it all depends who you ask.
Exactly.
You got me? Depends the value you to that person.
Now you're right.
You got me? Never devalue yourself. You're an asset. I see you as an asset. Certain areas, I see you as a liability. Straight up. You got me?
No,
So, understand, world. People are assets, but they're also liabilities. Right? I could be a liability in an area for people's life, if it makes sense. There's areas I could be a liability for people. I don't want to use the word try, but I try not to. But I could be a liability if I get mad. If it makes sense. I cannot get mad. That's why I gotta get glad. I'm not worried. So, Manny, what else can you tell the world when it comes to this episode? Why people need to shift their focus on acquiring income-producing assets?
Shift your focus. If you want your life to be easy, if you want your life to be easy, do what's hard. Obtain an asset that's gonna give you what you're looking for, the results you want. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, stay motivated. Do what's hard.
See, Manny, he's gonna do what's hard, which is cutting my hair. That's the hardest thing Manny has done ever in his life. Right, bro?
Yeah.
Thank you, Manny.
Thank you.
To wrap this up with Vanessa. Protecting and managing assets. Protect and manage the assets you acquire. Like your ass. How do you protect your ass, Vanessa?
Ay, demasiado bien.
I'm dead serious. Protecting and managing assets. How to protect and manage the assets you acquire. Vanessa, once someone starts acquiring assets, what are the most important steps to ensure they maintain and grow their wealth? First of all, how you doing?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentally, físicamente, physically, y financieramente, financially. El que no sirve para vivir. Who not deserves to serve, not deserves to live. Positive, productive, e intentional.
You know, I let you always say that at the end. Who will not live to this.
Yo sé.
I don't try to correct you because I want you to correct yourself.
Yeah.
When you have awareness, you're able to, make sense.
And I write it down, but
But I'm gonna just let you be. So, protecting and managing assets with Vanessa, right? How to protect and manage assets you acquire. Vanessa, once someone starts acquiring assets, what are the most important steps to ensure they maintain and grow their wealth? They got to pay their assets, because if not, they'll lose their assets. Facts?
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So if you have a car or a home and you don't pay the car, the mortgage, what happens?
They're going to take it.
They're going to take it. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the business. So when God gives you a business, a vision, and you don't water it, you don't work on it every day, and you're not consistent. If you have consistency 360 and you don't see consistency every day, content uploaded, you gotta ask the people in charge, hey, what's happening? If we're delegating that work, that has to be, consistent every day, at least fucking something. We want to see something, right? So it's the same thing. What you don't use, you lose, right? So how to protect and manage assets you acquire? Do you consider yourself an asset?
in different parts.
Do you know if basically if you acquire knowledge and you don't basically protect and manage it, you'll
Yes.
God, you go ask God for wisdom. But if you don't apply,
No, you're gonna.
you're gonna lose it.
Yes.
Right? It's like talents. So if God gives you talents, gifts, and you don't use them, it's the same thing. You can lose them. Facts?
Everything you're not be to practice, you're gonna lose.
The importance of long-term financial planning and strategies for asset protection. Asset protection, right? That way you don't lose it. Financial literacy help people protect assets long-term. When you educate yourself financially, how can financial literacy protect your assets long-term?
Okay, what I understand, financial literacy is very important because you know how money works. What I understand too about like it's not how much money you earn, it's how you can keep it or how you can put it the money work for you.
How you can grow it.
Yeah, how you can grow. Before I didn't understand that part because I just, I sell my time for money. I just pay my bill, every money what I got, I want to spend. But now, like the organization, what I do, what I'm doing now, it's like you show me how like to get an asset and get in a like liability, a liability because you have the house and you put a like tenant to pay for you, it's gonna be asset. But I see you pay like the rent, it's like one mortgage and you pay like the rent, you're gonna be like liability for you. But now I understand why I didn't understand. It's like you had to see how money work. See, you just got the money and you spend the money. It's like before I just saving money because I want to like put it like business or something like that. But I didn't know. The more money I put in the bank, it's like gonna be not equity. It's gonna be
You know it's cheaper to use the bank's money than to use your own money. That's deep. It's cheaper to use the bank's money than to use your own money.
I know, but before I just like saving to put it like the business.
Your mindset was to save to invest,
Yeah, to save to invest.
right? So building wealth is one thing, keeping it is another. So you could literally buy an asset. Maintaining that asset, keeping it is another mindset. That's why money has 3 stages. You got to know how to get it. You got to know how to keep it. You got to know how to grow it. But guess where people fail? In the first step, the first stage, getting it. People were trained to be workers. Time is money for them. They were not trained with money to buy time. They were not trained that with money you could what? Make money. And they were not trained that with an idea you could print money. That's
This is
Carlos.
That's why you have to learn how financial literacy works.
Now you understand why Carlos different? Carlos took what John D. Rockefeller and all these people did. If you want to go, you go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Imagine all of us come together, mastermind. You got me? Vision-driven leader plus teamwork. You got me? Shout out to the Wealth Map Summit, the massive action plan to wealth. Imagine us doing the Wealth Map Summit every month. Every single month, we be suited up, dressed up. You got me? We'll first eat together. We'll bring a so-called influencer, individual, people that have exposure, because that's gonna, the exposure of everybody's podcast, of everybody around. I don't know if it makes sense, right? Every month, imagine we do that. Tell their stories. Everybody's gonna have a chance to be on stage. You see our CMR podcast here?
Yes.
But instead of CMR podcast here,
Like sitting
it's gonna
down.
be stage, standing up. You got me? Where the person's gonna have a chance to just simply talk for like 10, 15 minutes.
How many people you impact? Like, every...
The first Wealth Map Summit, right now we have how many people in the Wealth Map Summit, Emily? 15, 16? 16. Shout out to even the Elizabeths of the world, even though I haven't talked to her in all that time. You got me? They go into their feelings, right? I still see her as an asset, if it makes sense, right? So, making a long story short, us doing that Wealth Map Summit is going to not simply impact your life, it's going to impact other people's life, right? we invest into three things. Ourselves, be able now to tell your message, right? You're the messenger. You're going to be able to now debutar como public speaker. Facts? All the pictures. Imagine that event. What else can you tell the world, Vanessa, when it comes to this episode? Anything that is in your mind?
Okay, what I can say is about like how wealthy people, they focus more in asset, owing like liability, because they know the more asset they have, the more wealthy they're gonna be. You know,
The more what?
wealthy, like the
Wealthy.
more
Okay, the more wealthy they're
they're
going
gonna be.
So meaning the more assets you acquire,
Yes.
right? The more wealthy you're going to be. How many assets do you have right now?
Me, I have my business. The thing is, I have my podcast, right? This is my product.
That's your marketing tool.
Yeah,
The
this
platform that you use to market yourself, use it to transmit your voice, your message.
Yes, I have my investor company too, and I know I'm gonna have like my dream car. This is gonna be another asset too, and the home too, like because I'm gonna be rent and I'm gonna get equity. I had multiple things.
Okay.
Yes.
What else can you tell the world why you need to shift your focus on acquiring income producing assets?
Okay, what I can say is you just focus everything you want to do. It just you're gonna accomplish, because I decided to have my own business, and I know the business is gonna tell me everything what I want, because if you don't have your business, you're gonna see you have to sell your time for money. Because I remember before when I had to go to work, I didn't think I wanted to have business, but when I changed my mindset and say no, I had to have my own business, because I wanted my dream car, I wanted my dream home, I wanted my life to travel. It's like so many things you can get it see you apply in your life, see you become the person. It's like you just decide, you change your mindset, you educate yourself, and you see how wealthy people they do, you're gonna accomplish. It's not limited yourself, just go and nice step.
Now, to wrap this up, thank you, Vanessa. I want to recap, I want to emphasize the importance of shifting your focus to acquiring income producing assets, building consistency in financial habits, and surrounding yourself with the right support system. People like us, straight up. People that are, hey, Make sense? And I'll challenge everyone to evaluate your current spending and ask yourself, you get me? Is this a liability or an asset? Every time you're gonna spend $1, is this a liability or an asset? An asset will keep putting more money into you. You get me? A liability will keep what? Taking money away from you. But an asset also, remember, people. We invest into three things here: ourselves, attention, and other people. So are the people you hanging around with, inspiring you, motivating you? You got me? Helping you grow. Are they aligned with your vision, your mission, your purpose? Right? Sure. If not, the road to your success is tied to the team you keep around. But the right team. Not like basketball, just picking people just because you like them. Sometimes I can like my brother, but my brother's not the right person to have in my team. That's deep. I can love my family members, but they're not the right people. If it makes sense. God made the world perfect. With all that said, our next episode will be discussing why vision without action is just a dream. So stay tuned. Why vision without action is just a dream. For episode 143. And that's where people are here in this organization stuck. They got the company. They got the money. Most. Right? Well, they want the asset to fall into place.
They want to handle everything.
Right? NJMLS. Cars.com. Go to KBB and check the appraise your car. Check how much your car's worth. That's collateral. A lot of you guys have cars paid off. Why you got a car paid off? Rich, we don't pay nothing off. We borrow to invest. We lease the car, put it under the business, change that shit every 2 years. Simple, rinse and repeat. Thank you, world.
Thank you.
Subscribe and unsubscribe.